everybody, and welcome back to the next part in my dialing in series for the Line 6 Helix. This time I'm going to actually do an amp model that I'm surprised I haven't done yet. It is the Brit Plexi Jump, okay? This is basically just a model of an old Marshall Plexi, right? We have the Brit Plexi Brit Plexi Bright and the Brit Plexi Jump, which is the two channels jumped together. I decided to just go with the Jump, and then that would give me control over the Bright and normal drive. Not really sure how much that differs from each one on its own. That would be an interesting video maybe to do to sort of see how that works out. But anyways, for now I'm going to do the Brit Plexi Jump. I'm not trying to dial this in as any particular artist tone. This is just more trying to get the Brit Plexi Jump sounding the way I would if I was going to want to use it for, you know, that sort of Marshall tone that I would want for certain situations. I did do a performance video though, and at the risk of a bunch of people saying it doesn't sound like the original, of Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love guitar solo, just so that you could hear how these presets, or sorry, these snapshots sound in a mix. So I found a backing track for that, did the rhythm guitar, which is essentially just that, you know, thing, with a little bit of the, you know, plus I did the solo, but it's not, I wasn't even, when I was dialing this in, I wasn't even thinking about that song. It's just after the fact, as I was doing it, I thought, oh, what could I use this on really quick to just sort of demo it in a mix, and that's what I chose. So in no way am I saying it's supposed to sound like, you know, Jimmy Page's tone on Whole Lotta Love. What I did do though is 5 snapshots here. I didn't want to go too clean on this because I don't think, you know, these amps aren't really supposed to be super clean. So I went with kind of a push snapshot for 1, overdrive for 2, lead for 3, lead with delay for 4, and an afterthought I did a 5th one where I had lead with a fixed wah. And I used the Teardrop 310, just fixed at 80%. And the only reason I went back to doing that one was because on the Whole Lotta Love solo page has sort of, it seems a half-cocked or, you know, a wah sort of set in position to get the tone. So I just used that for the performance. Anyways, let's dive over to HX Edit and see what I had going. So basically nothing out of the ordinary for the LA Studio comp at the end, my normal kind of glue settings at the end that I use. No special EQ, low cut at 100 Hertz, high cut at 12 kilohertz. I chose to go with a plate reverb on this, 3.8 decay, 15 millisecond pre-delay, and a 25% mix. You know, again, if you don't want that on, or if you want a different reverb, that's fine. I could have chosen anything, right? I just tried the plate out for this. So that's those settings, that doesn't change. The delay, I went with the Cosmos Echo, just something a little different. Feedback at 21%, mix at 20%, and just mode on head 3. And that only comes in on the Snapshot 4 lead with delay. As far as the amp goes, it gets called up stock with the 412 Greenback 25, but I think with an SM57 mic, 1-inch back. I want to do something different. I went with a 4038 ribbon, one of my favorites, but that's a very dark, almost boomy mic. So I pulled the distance back 12 inches and I boosted the level 3 dB just to make up for the drop, compensate for the drop in volume. Really liked what was going on with that. To compensate also for the darkness and warmth of that mic, I set my split crossover at 2 kilohertz, and everything above that I boosted by 3.9 dB. I don't know why I ended up at 3.9. Probably should have been 4, but it was 3.9. Nothing touched below that, okay? So what did I do on the amp itself? Well, for the, you can see I have snapshot enable S. I didn't touch the deeper parameters at all. For the push, I have the Bright drive at 2.2 and the normal drive at 2, bass at 6.8, mid at 8.1, treble at 9.2, channel volume at 10 to compensate for the lower drives, presence at 10, master at 10, okay? Let's just go through the tone stack here through the different snapshots. So snapshot 2, that's the reason I'm doing this, I don't think I touched the tone stack at all as I switch through the various snapshots. So all that's going to change between them is the Bright drive and the normal drive are going to go up to give us more gain, basically, right? So the bass stays at 6.8, mid at 8.1, treble at 9.2, presence at 10. The channel volume does change to compensate, obviously, for the drive changing. And the master, I believe, also just stayed at 10 through all those snapshots as well. Okay, good. So the only thing that changes in the snapshots is the Bright drive, the normal drive, and the delay gets added in on the lead with delay, and the half-cocked the wah that's set in place gets put in on snapshot 5, and we'll take a listen to that. So here's what it sounded like on just the push snapshot with bright drive at 2.2, normal drive at 2, and keep in mind all the frequencies above 2 kilohertz are also boosted 3.9 dB to make up for that 4038 ribbon. That sounded like this. Another reason I didn't really go with a full clean snapshot is because this cleans up nice. I could roll my guitar volume back a bit too. Go to the neck pickup. Middle position. So that worked kind of nice. I was happy with that. Very dynamic. Your pick attack is going to determine how much gain you have. Okay, so that was the push. Now when I went to snapshot 2, which is my overdrive, I jumped the bright drive all the way up to 7, the normal drive to 6, my channel volume dropped from 10 down to 2, and that sounded like this. Neck pickup. Back to bridge. So I was really liking that. So that's the overdrive. I mean, again, some people might want a little more drive. You can adjust the bright and normal drive to your liking to kind of get in the ballpark of where you need it to be. So that worked well for the overdrive. Now, when I went to the lead, what I did is I just maxed everything out. Bright drive up to 10, normal drive up to 10. And that sounded like this on the bridge position. Neck pickup. Middle position. Back to bridge. Okay, so that worked nice. I was happy with the way that sounded. I hope you guys like it too. So then I added the delay in, which like I was saying before, same snapshot as the lead, just with the delay, the Cosmos Echo, feedback of 21%, mix of 20% on head 3. Neck pickup. Middle position. Back to bridge. Right, now with the cocked wah, basically that was snapshot 5. The wah was set around 80% and that sounded like this. Kind of thins it out. Like I said, I use that for that page kind of. Whatever that is, right? But again, you can change that around to whatever you want. The lower you put that wah, the less of that piercing highs you're gonna get. All right, I think I had that set around 80%. So that worked nice for that. Versus just the lead snapshot. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and I hope it's something that at least gets you guys a starting point for a tone and preset that you could use for live or recording or whatever you feel. I think it's a nice kind of a Plexi style tone. And maybe I don't know, maybe I'll do a video about how the Norman Bright kind of compare to the Jump at some point as well. But I will have this up on CustomTone. Check out the performance video. Like I said, it's the Whole Lot of Love performance video, but I didn't do that necessarily. I wasn't dialing this tone in to sound exactly like that. This was a total afterthought. I did the tone and I said, what solo could I use this on? And I whipped that other video together in about 5 minutes. So pretty straight ahead solo. Fun one though, it's a classic, right? And I hope YouTube keeps it up there actually, because I know they're pretty picky about some Zeppelin stuff. Hopefully it won't get flagged. But anyways, it'll be up there as long as they allow it to be. And check that out so you can hear this snapshot 2 for the rhythm guitar, although it's pretty sparse, and snapshot 5 for the lead guitar, the one with the fixed wah, just so you can hear what it sounds like. So this will be up on CustomTone. You guys can grab that and hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. And I'll be back later this week. Some exciting stuff coming up, okay? I'm gonna be doing the Helix Hour on Sunday with Eric over on EVH Gear and TV, Eric Broadbent. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, there's gonna be some interesting stuff coming this week. So we will talk to you very soon, and I'll be back with some more content. Thanks for tuning in, and please like the video, share it if you don't mind, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll talk very soon. Take care.